Mike and Karen Pence stand during the national anthem. White House Myles Cullen handout. Thank you for signing up. For more from The Nation, check out our latest issue. Vice President John Nance Garner once said that being the vice president was not worth a bucket of warm piss. Many know this quote as bucket of warm spit. It's piss. The current holder of that office, Mike Pence, showed on Sunday that Garner, if alive, would owe an apology to piss buckets everywhere. Ad policy. Pence used the NFL to star in a cheap, transparent political stunt. The narrative Pence tried, and failed, to sell was that he showed up at the Colts 49ers game in Indianapolis, and then supposedly left in a huff after being shocked at seeing the San Francisco 49ers kneel. After assumedly taking a whiff of his personal smelling salts, he immediately released a statement that magically was already prepared, which read in part, "I left today's Colts game because Ed POTUS and I will not dignify any event that disrespects our soldiers, our flag, or our national anthem." Forget for a moment that this is a vice president who fronts for a commander-in-chief that mocked a POW and insulted the family of a slain soldier, yet blathers about disrespect. Forget that he just used soldiers, flag, and national anthem for his own form of protest irony. Forget even his bizarre capitalization of flag. It's not what happened. It's how it happened. This was staged, a taxpayer-subsidized stunt aimed at attacking dissenting black athletes. It was revealed in record time to be yet another toxic effort by this administration to divide people along racial lines and distract us from a train wreck of an administration, described by Senator Bob Corker as an adult daycare center that looks after a big orange baby. The first sign that Pence's scurrying off was staged. These were the San Francisco 49ers that the Colts were playing. The 49ers have been protesting racism during the anthem for over a year. Led by safety Eric Reed, the first player to kneel with Cullen Kaepernick over a year ago, the 49ers are the team you'd pick if you wanted to fake outrage about someone peacefully protesting police brutality. Peter Alexander of NBC News tweeted almost immediately, "Reporters accompanying Pence were told to stay in NBC. There may be an early departure from the game." In other words, in advance of the anthem, Pence was planning to show up and then leave. Then the VIP's own publicly available schedule tripped him up. That morning, his team let it be known that Pence would be at a California fundraiser by 6:30 p.m. The plane was gassed up and ready to go. Pence actually flew from Nevada to Indianapolis to go to a game for 5 minutes only to fly back to the West Coast. As Sports Illustrated's Peter King tweeted, "Ad VP took a taxpayer-funded airplane knowing he'd be walking out right after the anthem to protest. Swell use of our tax dollars." When you factor in the Secret Service, the diverting of law enforcement, as well as the clearing air and road traffic to get him in and out, this was at least a six-figure authoritarian stunt. Just to add an even thicker lacquer of incompetence, Pence tweeted out a photo of himself from the game, yet as the Indianapolis Star quickly noted, the photo was from 2014. Then, like a baby who wants to show a room of adults what's in his diaper, Trump tweeted out that this was all his doing, hanging Pence out to dry. He wrote, "I asked Ed VP Pence to leave stadium if any players kneeled, disrespecting our country. This was amateur hour fraud. It was Gulf of Tonkin for idiots, a ham-handed effort to isolate people brave enough to dissent in the face of the most powerful people in the world and raise issues of racism that this administration is too craven to discuss. It's also very disturbing." The very week Sarah Huckabee Sanders spoke about Trump's respect for the First Amendment, we had a staged spectacle with the highest levels of government attempting to intimidate and coerce people to not exercise those rights. It's disgusting and another example of Pence's degradation, his forced bargain with this administration. If Mike Pence thinks he can deodorize Trump with a fraudulent photo op, he should know that even the contents of John Nance Garner's bucket gives off less of a stench.